That position would have been beautiful for some revert drops also. And Reach, that DT just hiding there. Very unmanly, actually, for a DT. He should just go out and take out some mines with him. But, so Reach probably has set up his expansion. Yeah, on the minimap we can tell he's picked up his expansion. So, you know, he's not going to be that far economically behind, but he definitely has lost the element of surprise. He's not going to have a robotics facility up critically. Oh, no, never mind. Reach is there. Johnny on the spot there with the observers. I was going to say the Vulture harass could be very bad for him. And there's a shuttle, actually, so he's actually produced shuttles, but the problem is he's been spotted again. What's he going to drop in here? Is it going to be DTs in the main, or is it... Oh, it is DTs in the main, so he's actually forced Flash, notably, to kill off a lot of those... sorry, to scan several times to kill off those DTs, so these DTs might actually be quite effective, but no, not if he gets in range of the turret. Wow. That's a lot of damage on one of the DTs, but Flash only has one comsat station. Oh, no, just as I say that... Epic DT fail there. Those are some backhoe DTs there, I gotta say. But Reach might have more actually inside. So I forgot, you know, shuttles can hold 4 things, obviously 4 DTs. He might have more, or he might just be posturing, of course. Looks like Flash kept the Citadel alive. That's a little bit careless, I gotta say. You should take it down because Reach obviously can just build a Templar Archives right now. And Flash trying to go for a harass at the front here. Reach has broken out of his pylon wall, of course, and he needs to get another expansion. Tau Cross is a hard map for the Protoss to pick up another base, I feel, against a Terran player, because the Terran's Vultures just get so much mobility in this map. They're just able to go across bridges, you know, there's different avenues to harass, and once they get in, you know, it's hard for the Protoss to be able to cover all of his bases. So we'll see how Reach manages to do here going to the mid-game. He's got that shuttle, didn't do any harassment, though, and early Stargate from Reach. So what is Reach doing here? I gotta say, he's probably going carriers, because he doesn't have a Templar Archives that I see. The earlier Templar Archives, of course, went down, so Reach going basically 2 base carriers here. He's getting a 3rd base up, but early carriers for Reach. The natural expansion is actually pretty good for a carrier harass because of the high ground behind it, but I don't know about this. I mean, Flash really is a master at killing off carrier builds. In fact, Flash is the biggest reason why we don't see carrier builds anymore in Protoss versus Terran, or ever, you know? I mean, honestly, they used to be very, very common on, I mean, of course the map pool was different. When Katrina was around, for example, about a year ago, they were what everybody did, but then Flash just destroyed it with his patented Flash build, the early armory. Although this game has gone a little bit differently because of the rush. I don't know how early his upgrades are, but once the Terran gets something like +2, +1, his Goliath has become so enormously strong that it is just very hard for the Protoss to be able to deal with them. And usually it just leads to failure if you try to go carriers against Flash. Like I always said, if Flash just dares the Protoss to do it. So I don't know. I mean, Reach still could be going for Arbiters. I still could just be completely wrong, but it is looking like he's going to go for it. There's some Zealots. Just one Zealot. No, doesn't do anything. That didn't make Reach breakfast at all. And by the way, that quote is from Family Guy. Someone was wondering, how'd you get it? Oh no! But looks like Flash might actually be caught off guard because Reach is just walking Dragoons. No, he doesn't walk Dragoons in. Oh no! Oh, that was an epic fail. Oh man, this is very careless play from Reach here, I gotta say. This is not looking good for him. Flash has a starport down. He's got to have used at least one scan in the main, and he should be able to see a Stargate. Oh, it is Arbiters. Okay. Alright. Way to go, Cholera. Way to talk about carriers on this map for about like 3 minutes and then get spotted with Arbiters. You know, carriers would have been exciting though, but we are going to see Arbiters, much more common of course nowadays in PvT. So, no carriers. Although it was somewhat more likely given the fact that he didn't have a Templar Archives. Anyway, he's rebuilt it obviously and he's getting a Tribunal up. So we're going to see Arbiters here, and you know, we're going to have to see how well he does with those. I haven't seen Reach with Arbiters in a very long time. Flash getting his Stargate up, Starport up, and his science facility, so he's going to get those early upgrades, and he's going to, or early +2 upgrades, and he's going to get that science vessel out. And, you know, for Flash at even bases here with Reach, it's not looking very good. I mean, if you watch my OSL series, I cast it back in my early commentary days. It was Reach versus Boxer. And Reach actually destroyed Boxer. I believe it was 3-1 in that series, which is absolutely incredible thinking about how good Boxer was. But anyway, Reach routinely was at 3 bases above Boxer. I'm not even kidding. He just had such crazy expansions back in those games. I mean, he would go 1 base into like triple expansion and just build all zealots. He wouldn't even need gas. Like that's where I come from. That's where it comes from. His man lots, because he would literally have like 36 man lots. Like more than half his army would be composed of just zealots, and it would just be insane because he could actually have the macro to keep it up. But anyway, looks like Reach is gonna. Oh man. Gonna get harassed here at this new base he's trying to put up at the mineral only here at the 12. It's probably not gonna go up successfully, I gotta say, because there's just too many vultures there. Oh, wow, that was close. It actually didn't go off on the Dragoons. There's the science vessel, and Flash is so dangerous with his vessels. I mean, he is just absolutely perfect with his EMPs. We've seen so many times Flash pushes out, even when he's economically behind, he pushes out, EMPs the crap out of the Protoss armies, especially the Arbiters, renders them just completely useless, and then just stomps over the Protoss when he goes for a push. And right now I don't see any indication that Reach is going to be able to do anything about it. Although, to be honest, I was calling the game for Hoja all of last game also. I wasn't hoping that Hoja would win, but Reach was way behind last game too, I felt. So I don't know. I mean, maybe the Mantoss is going to pull off some really, really good stuff here against Flash. But I mean, part of the reason why he was able to win last game, of course, is because Hoja is just a B-level player, in the grand scheme of things in Pro StarCraft. I do have a classification, I mean, C level means you're borderline actually B team. B level just means you're put on once in a while, but you aren't someone I would note. And then there's C level, which is like Frozian and other players who never see the spotlight. But Reach, Reach was able to win last game because Hoja wasn't very good. But Flash is S level, S class, whatever you want to call it. And wow, look at this Flash with a very clever drop there. Oh no, Reach. Gonna lose more probes if he hangs out there, but looks like Flash actually didn't have the dropship there to kill the rest of those probes, to allow the Vision to kill those probes. So Reach is going to bring a lot of army over there just to finish off 2 tanks, and he's going to be stop mining there. Flash is comfortable, very comfortable in this position. He's probably going to get to maybe 160, 170, and then push out. He knows as long as he doesn't let the Protoss pick up even 1 base above him, I mean, he's perfectly content not attacking and just macroing, because he knows he's going to be successful when he does go out. And this dropship might fly over. Nope, it's not going to fly over the Dragoons. So all these Dragoons are going to do is just kill off a paltry couple of vultures at the upper right, and that's it. And the vultures, yeah, they're going to go down, but it doesn't really hurt Flash very much. And Flash is going to go for another big vulture harass, +1/+1 for Flash. Meanwhile, Reach, I'm pretty sure is going to be at 1/1 pretty soon, if not already. And now here is the big Terran push here, the late game Flash push. I mean, every Terran does it, but Flash does it so well. It is just very, very hard to beat. Almost every game he wins with this push or puts himself in a decisive lead. And I don't know if Reach can do anything about it. I mean, he's already lost the chance to actually stomp on it when Flash is moving out. Flash actually very smartly distracted Reach by forcing his forces right, and meanwhile he's attacking left. So, I mean, this is just not looking very good for Reach. Not looking good for my voice either. I can barely talk at this point, but it looks like he gets an EMP off on that Templar, and now he's backing off a little bit.